Can you not? That true. That's good one. Ah, hello. Welcome to Egg. Yep. Raid Shadow Legends, get the hell out of here. Your ads are everywhere. Let me egg in peace. I just heard like a collage of voices in my head of YouTubers I watch saying Raid Shadow Legends, because they've all done ads for them. Oh hey Faith, happy birthday. Oh god, I hope I was an okay choice. I hope y'all like eggs and skeletons. Well, I hope I don't let you down. I hope you like eggs and skeletons. Currently got this egg in the orange. Making sure it gets dyed on all sides. And then I gotta dry it off and go there. But I hope you've been having a nice birthday. I hope you got to eat something nice. Maybe even go to a nice place if it was safe. Oh, thank you. I'm still really new at this art, but I'm definitely gonna keep doing it, so maybe I'll get better in the future. Trying out a new design with this one. Ugh. Nice. Glad that went well. I was lurking earlier, but like I was lurking while doing other stuff, so I paid attention. Oh, whoops. You know when you're trying to make something somewhat radially symmetrical and then it ends up way off? Oh wow, okay. I really should have checked that before. That's cool. I hope you get to do some fun stuff up in the big city. I'm gonna saddle up the horses and load up the wagon and go into town. Okay, well, I want to make it bigger. You should probably check the point of symmetry when you're trying to make something symmetrical. You know, usually that makes sense. That makes sense and is a smart thing to do. I'll go them into town. I'm gonna show them what for. Paint the town red. I never knew what that phrase means, but it sounds kind of ominous. Like red with what? Why are you painting it red? Well, this design's all over the place, but whatever. It's ready to come out. Of course. We're gonna paint the town red with the blood of our enemies. Good. I think I'm getting better at making the wax liquidy enough when it's applied to not flake off in the thing. So that's great. my paper towel over there. I can gently spork the skeleton. Gently. The skeleton is refusing sporking. Okay. Gently spork the skeleton onto the napkins. There we go. Art tutorials. Gently spork the skeleton. Gently spork it and firmly grasp it. Okay, set you over there. I gotta let that layer completely dry before I put it in the thread. Well, I need to put more wax on it and then put it in the red, but while it's drying, I'm gonna start working on this one. Usually people use white eggs for Pysanka, but we happen to have a bunch of brown eggs, and I wanted some eggs, so I said firmly grasp it. Need more matches. Put this little pal over here so it can be seen. Looking kind of wonky right now, but hopefully once I get more stuff going, it'll look cool. But on my eyelashes, gross. Either that or a cat hair. It is shedding season. There are cat hair everywhere. Yeah, I think it came out really clean this time. Usually with the skulls on these ones I've been doing, there's so much wax to apply, and it's hard to see where the wax is, because, you know, when you put it on, it's usually clear. This wax is slightly burnt, so it looks black. Thank you, Super Sky. This is, for people who are wondering why the hell I am waxing eggs and dipping them into dye, this is a Ukrainian egg decorating art called Pysanka, which Captain Crimp told me about when he was hanging out on a stream where I was decorating some eggs with like paint and gems and stuff like that. And I mean, you gotta look up actual Pysanka art. It's incredible. And so like he told me about Pysanka art, and I was like, that's cool. It's Pysanky, sometimes spelled with an A at the end. And he was like, you should check it out. It's a sort of a Ukrainian thing, because he's like grew up in like a Ukrainian culture and knew about that. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look into it. So I looked into it, and I was like, I need to try it. So I got some supplies, including this thing, which is called the kistka. I have two of them. This is the thick one, and then I have one with a thin tip that I'm going to use for the skulls. And you melt beeswax with it. They sell black beeswax, which is easier to see, but I can't find it, so I just have a giant block of yellow beeswax. Yeah, he's a sweetie. And like, then you carefully use the kistka to melt it with a candle and apply it to the surface of your cleaned egg, which you have drawn your design on with graphite pencil. And then you dip it into dyes, very similar to Easter egg dyes. But they're usually made with materials that last a bit longer, so I have mine in a bunch of jars. And every time you dye the egg, the part with wax on it will stay the color that is under the wax. So, I'm having a hard time saying wax, what with my teeth right now, or my lack of teeth. But like, yeah, you put the wax on, and like these stems and leaves. I should have made, oh man, I should have made stems and leaves a different color. I didn't think of that. These stems and leaves are gonna stay the brown color of the egg. Then I'm gonna dip it into a red dye, and everything around it is gonna be red. And then I'm going to put wax on the skulls and the dirt. And the skulls and the dirt will stay red when I dip it into a black dye bath, and then everything around them will turn black. So that's kind of how that works. You have to start with the lightest color. Well, you start with the color of the egg. And then you start with the lightest color. Usually it goes yellow, orange, red, black. Those are the traditional colors. And yeah, you do successive dye details and dye baths until you get your full design. And at the end, there's a really satisfying part where you get to hold the egg next to the candle flame and melt off all the wax and reveal the full design. It's very pretty. I don't know if I'll be able to do that part tonight, but I don't know, it kind of depends on how far I get. But, okay, I'm gonna roll that over to make sure it dries all the way. Because you have to make sure it's completely dry before you put on the next wax. Yeah, isn't that cool? Like, I don't know who the hell figured that out, but it's fun. But yeah, when you're done, you end up with like a perfectly smooth egg. If anyone needs examples of previous eggs I've done, I could show you, or you could just look up Pysanka and look at much more amazing works made by really skilled artists of the craft who have been doing it for like years. And like, yeah, you get because the egg shell itself is dyed, so nothing is built up. It's not like paint that can scratch off. It's just a perfectly smooth, slightly waxy surface. Sometimes they put coatings on them, like like a coating to keep the dye from like sun lightening or something. So they turn out kind of shiny, but if you just wipe off the wax and don't clean it off after that, it sort of leaves a waxy finish to it. Sort of like a dull shine, which I think is really pretty. So I'm going to put tiny little pieces of the beeswax in, and then you keep drawing. The materials aren't too expensive, and the shipping also wasn't too expensive because they're the website I got them from is called bestpysanka.com, and they just specifically sell egg decorating materials for this craft, and also decorated eggs. And they're a U.S. They're like a U.S. outlet for goods that they import from Ukraine. So I guess it's for like Ukrainians and people who are interested in the art who live in the U.S. I was all worried that shipping would be expensive, but... And I don't use Amazon, so, you know... Sometimes out of spite, I end up paying for shipping. Worth it, though. Finish this stock, and then I'm going to make sure that egg is good to go. Still feels a little cold in places. A little bit of the dye got in the egg. Whoops, I don't want to get on that. I don't think it'll show, but... And these eggs are hollow. I hollowed them out first and made myself some scrambled eggs. Still feels slightly damp in some places. I want to make absolutely sure it's dry. Oh yeah, like, I grew up in New Mexico. I still live here. You're right. And so, like, I'm very used to seeing a lot of Dia de los Muertos art. We got it in the touristy shops, we got it as, like, casual art hanging around. It's all over Old Town. Of course, the actual Dia de los Muertos, we have, like, a big festival and parade at that one community center always on. Yeah. The flower shops are always out of marigolds. I've been growing some marigolds. It'd be nice to have some for that. Ah, cool. Yeah, I'm in Albuquerque, Faith. I don't know where you are, but... Nope. One of my fucking eggs fell. Okay, that's nice. It was the one Araucana egg. I heard it crack. Excellent. Just my luck. Ah, whatever, I can get another one. My dad is addicted to eggs. He insists on eating an absurd fucking amount of eggs per day. So I have access to a lot of eggs. At all times. I'll get it in a second. At least the dog's not trying to eat it. Yeah, that's cool. I always get surprised and slightly excited when I hear other streamers are in New Mexico. I'm like, oh, maybe one day I will run into them at one of the anime conventions when we have those again, and I won't know it's them because I won't know the real name, and then I'll never see them again. And then later on stream, I'll be like, yeah, I was cosplaying Trish from JoJo Part 5, and they'll be like, that was you? I was the so-and-so cosplayer, and I'll be like, what? That's the dream. Accidentally meeting your mutuals IRL. But yeah, like, I was thinking of doing a Calavera egg. But then I was like, is that too white girl of me? Like, is that okay? Like, can I just take two things from two different cultures and slap them together? I mean, they're... like, it would look awesome. I did grow up in one of the cultures. Although I'm not Mexican myself, I'm just some white bitch. Should I just take European art, where I've never been, and a Mexican art, where I went once for like a day, and I've only lived adjacent to in a state called New Mexico my whole life. Can I combine those things, or would that be somehow cringe? Or am I white guilt overthinking it? You know what I mean? Manny Calavera. Oh my god, what is that name from? I remember that name, but I can't remember it. Like, what it's from? I was thinking maybe of doing, like, I don't know if it would be weird. I always overthink things. Thanks, anxiety brain. Of doing a Mighty Boosh egg and surprising Crimp with it and being like, if you give me an address that you're comfortable giving me, I will send you a Mighty Boosh egg. As thanks for telling me about this lovely art form. Grim Fandango. I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, the Boosh egg. I have a picture picked out that I think I might be able to do with Pysanka colors. So I need to watch the Mighty Boosh more. I remember liking like the few episodes I've seen. I keep checking things out because of other streamers being like, oh, I love this and this. Like, I've started reading Kill 6 Billion Demons, and it's fucking beautiful. I love the art. Tim Schafer. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I saw some fan art of that one time, and that's where I know Manny Calavera from. Okay. Cool. Yeah, the art style is beautiful. It's very strange. It's one of those stories that just kind of throws you into the story. But, like, that is the perspective of the main character, so it kind of fits. Okay, now I want the little... Do I want those to be red or... I'm gonna make those orange, okay. I'm gonna start adding some more details to this. I have no plans for this part. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. I don't know what I'm doing. And because of Licentia, I'm probably gonna start playing Stardew Valley eventually. Incal. I've never heard of Incal. But hey, if it's similar, I mean, I'd probably like it. To me, it kind of, specifically because of how the artist, whose name I can't remember, draws so many characters and people and buildings and like all in like one huge scene and makes it look like a bustling city sort of thing, you know? It reminds me of Blacksad. Like, the Blacksad comics are beautiful. There's so much character and even the random background animals. It's amazing. Alejandro Jodorowsky or Moebius. I'm pretty sure I've heard of Moebius. And I think I know those names, but the thing is, I'll remember things and not remember like any of them. You know, the Blacksad books are incredible. The art is beautiful. The stories are interesting. Generally have a great time reading them. I'm gonna put little frills around there. One of those things where it's like, hey, that's it. There's that thing my friend likes. I can't remember who Julie is. There's a thing that person I know likes. Sort of when you like things by proxy because your friend likes it. Yeah, like, I definitely know the name. I'm familiar with the name Moebius. Moebius. That's cool. Oh, films. Well, that sounds fun. I don't usually watch a lot of art films. But when I do, it's fun and they're really weird. I just knock everything over on my very crowded desk. Ah. So it's a collaboration. It's fun. If I remember, I might look that one up. Holy Mountain. Holy Mountain, Batman! Sweet, I definitely need reminders. Thank you very much. Sounds like I got it. The only webcomic recommendation I have is Not Drunk Enough. Spelled with an exclamation point at the end. By Tess Stone, who did another comic that I really liked, and that is infamous for having ended very suddenly in the middle of a very interesting part, and then never having been talked about by the artist again. So I'm not going to say what that series was, unless you really want me to. I mean, it's also really good, but then you get to the part where it just ends, and you're like, but what happens? But what happens though? And then you realize it's never coming back because it was stopped like back in what, the 2000s or something, and it's just gone. Whatever reason he had for stopping it. Brett is very interesting art style. He draws the prettiest men in like a very interesting way. Yeah, it's there's a lot of body horror in that one, and a bunch of plants and a bunch of plant-based body horror. Love it. Heck. Great. Staring out a rainy window while sad violin music plays. When will my favorite webcomic come back from the war? Yeah, I don't know when it's gonna update next, but it seems to be pretty popular with the fans, so hopefully it can continue. Tess also did some books that I want to look up that seem really funny. It's like Ghost Hunter Gay Erotica, about these two guys who investigate the paranormal, but as it says in the description on the DFTBA shop page for it, they often end up spending more time investigating each other. So that sounds silly and fun. I love the art style, and I love ghosts. I'm not really too much into erotica and smut, being and ace, but I really like the author's writing, so, and character design, so should be some fun, scary moments. Yeah, I don't think that, oh, that one's called Seen Nothing Yet. I don't think it's up as a webcomic anywhere. You have to buy the actual copies of it, which are sometimes available on the DFTBA store. I don't know if they're available anywhere else, but they've been sold out for a while. Must be pretty hot. Pretty hot and spicy. Yeah. Just like, as long as, like, generally as a genre, if I'm gonna be reading even anything romance, it has to have something else going on that's interesting. Like in this one, there's ghosts. I know there's gonna be some cool ghost stuff going on. So, like, that's what draws me in, and then I know it's also gonna be funny and cute. And sweet. Nice. That's fun. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have a fun time reading this, and then you're like, actually, I'm having a really, really fun time reading this, actually. It's very interesting. That reminds me, I gotta check on Oglaf. It's a webcomic called Oglaf, Oglaf. And it's, there's a lot of porn in it. And it's also really funny. I started reading it because of, I think it was a Fountain of Youth comic. Which was really good. I got to the site and I was like, okay, most of this is Arrow, but the humor is top notch. It mostly consists of like smaller, sounds like another link or something, smaller one-off storylines using the same characters. Oh, cool. Yeah, Oglaf is just a great time. I love the art style. It's also improved so much from like its early days. The use of just like colors that guy does, and he's very good at like posing and gestures, and a lot of the posing is people fucking, but still, the way he draws different body types and people, beautiful. Oh yeah, it gets really weird. It's just so absurd, so bizarre, so weird. It's really fun. There's all types of people in Oglaf. Oh, hey, Mercedes. Oh, okay, so you link something. Oh, Wi-Fi cat, cool. I'm glad you went through with that idea. I bet it's fun. Oh yeah, you got all them genders, all them sexualities. Just a whole smattering of folks. Okay, all trolls are on there too. I'm really hoping this can look okay, not super silly. Right. It's a good one. Relevant to many series. Maybe we put little frills between each of the things. Right. Now, I experienced that very specific Titan disappointment the other day. I was a pal of mine who has watched much more One Piece than I have. I honestly might just like read the Wikia to see what happens between where I'm at and the current part, and just read the current part. But like, Ned sent me a picture of a figure for a lady in the series who is pretty chubby, but like, oh my god, she looks so cute. And I was like, oh my god, a woman with an actual body in One Piece. And Ness was like, oh no, actually, she ate a smooth fruit and turned into this. And then she sent me a picture of a character who looks exactly like every other One Piece lady. So she's wearing a hat with a big feather in it, and I was like, nah. Maybe the series is suffering from burnout, having gone on for so long. It's hard to make a series go on forever unless you pull a JoJo and, you know, reset the main character, reset the universe every once in a while. Alvida, yeah, that's the name. Okay, I've got the frills on. Maybe I can put them back on. I have no idea if this is even gonna turn out good. I want to make this one like really decorative. I am accidentally turning into a Calavera because they also use little scallop shapes. Yeah, there's a little figure of Fat Albedo and also a little figure of Thin Albedo, and they're in like the same set. I like the chubby one better. She has more character. There are a lot of men in One Piece who have really interesting, fun character designs. You know, the ones who are more ugly designs. They often have a lot of character and they're really fun. Look at that. I really hope that Oda is just going to make the treasure like one piece of treasure. I hope that's why it's named that. Please, that would be so funny. Yeah, I do want to watch that series because according to my One Piece information pal, Skeleby, that's where Boa comes in, Boa Hancock, and she looks really cool and she has some beautiful figures. Apparently when she's first introduced, she kicks a puppy, and she's like super evil, and she kicks a puppy. Skeleby has never forgiven her for kicking the puppy, and I wouldn't either. But then apparently she became a fan favorite or something because she joins the crew and turns good. One piece of shit. Just one. And it's dried up because it's very old. It's really gross. Okay. No idea if that's going to turn out good, but I'm going to put like little flowers in all the spaces. Okay, I need to set that down for a sec and continue working on this one. Oh, you know what would be terrible? If it was one piece of a puzzle or something, and then they had to find the rest of the pieces of the puzzle, and 800 more episodes later it's still not done? Oh right, she becomes an ally, okay. Ace Icon Luffy. Asexual Icon Luffy, whose only love is eating food. Yeah, that is pretty silly. Like, I don't care too much about spoilers. It's like she falls in love with him because he doesn't turn to stone or whatever. Right? He's not attracted to her. Like apparently every other man she's ever met. Because she's like hot and she got the big boop. Dan, Boa, your bobbies. Because Luffy is incredibly ace. And is oblivious to Boa's bobbies. Oh yeah, when they're attracted to her, they turn to stone, yeah. It's like a weird reason to fall in love with someone, but okay. Right? It's like, if it's not like a chicken breast or something, then he's not interested. If it's not a cartoon bone with a cylinder of meat on it, he is not interested. I wonder when Oda is gonna end the series, because it's just like, that would be kind of a monumental thing, huh? That would be like a big deal. Like, One Piece ended, it would probably bring people back to the series, like, oh my god, it finally has an ending? Well, now I have to see what happens. Ooh, nice. Like, I know some people just like to draw the sexy ladies all of the time. There's nothing wrong with enjoying drawing and looking at sexy ladies, or men, or whatever you're into. Sexy, non-binary folks of all types. But like, come on. It's boring after a while seeing the same thing. Ooh, cool. Nice. I haven't checked the Discord since like last year, and even last year I barely checked the Discord, so I should like actually look into that. So I still need to finish my references. Okay. Just a minute. Oh, red one's right here. Nope. Heck. Club. Ah, I'm going to put my hand right directly into the fire. That's a great idea. Okay. Slowly bobble that around. Let it die on all sides. Yeah, I'm hyped for this year's art fight event. I wonder how many days the site was going to be down while it crashes because everyone tries to sign in all at the same time. It's become popular in the last couple years for people to save the references of the characters they want to attack while, like, before the event starts. Oh, thank you. Before the event starts, so that just in case of side crash, which has happened consistently over the past few years, they can start working on attacks for when it gets back up. I might do that, but also I was invited to join a streaming crafting event on the 2nd of June, so, you know, I will have something to do during that time. But again, who knows how long it's going to go. I'm not in too much of a rush to make as many attacks as possible, though. It'll just be fun. I'll probably do, like, I don't know, maybe an attack or two a night on my stream. Pretty much all of July, except for days that I can't make it, days when I feel like crafting Furbies, or days when I feel like, I don't know, doing something else. I'm gonna be doing art fight attacks. Hey, snake cakes. Wait, it's tomorrow? I thought it was in July, not June, or am I just wrong? Wait. No, I meant July 2nd. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. July 1st, startup art fight. July 2nd, I have to do a streaming crafting event that I agreed to do, hosted by 999 Picklepuss, who does really cute crafts on her channel. Y'all should go check out 999 Picklepuss. I'm guessing you don't like heat. I am hyped for it to stop being cold. Let the sun roast me alive, please. Maybe some heat will help my tense-ass muscles loosen up. Also, I just hate being cold. Being cold's like the worst thing. I don't even like being slightly chilly. Yeah, it sucks being like really sweltering hot, but better than freezing. In my opinion, some people prefer freezing, and that's fine. No judgment for you weirdos who are polar bears pretending to be people and love to freeze. There we go. Let me turn you over. Ooh. Red is getting vibrant. Okay, I'm gonna put it like that. There we go. It was starting to get nice and warm soon. But, well, I don't know exactly the temperature, but, we had, like, a cold front or something. I don't know. It was really warm, and then we had I guess that heat was just, warning us of the thunderstorm, which happened yesterday, which was fucking crazy. I mean, we got... It was not rain. It was like... the clouds just collectively dumped a million buckets on the city. Haven't had water like that coming down for a while. There were leaks popping up in the roof that I didn't even know about before. I guess the water just needed somewhere to go. Oh, whoops, too much wax. And then, so the temperature slammed back down again. I literally just, like, the day before yesterday, I had just finally finished doing my biannual closet exchange, where I take all of my sweaters and I put them away, and then I take all of my thin fabric material, all my short dresses, all my skirts and shorts, and put those up in the place of the sweaters, because I have so much clothes, I cannot keep them in my freaking closet at the same time. Yeah, go ahead and work on that. Remember, if you're having trouble on something, it's totally okay to just, like, scrap it and start over. Or work on something else for a little while. Tonight I'm working on these eggs, even though I have other stuff to work on, because I've just been stressed and I just want to do some egg waxing, because it's very, very peaceful and nice. It's like weirdly relaxing, just carefully applying the wax. It's re-waxing. It's a... I don't know why puns make me mad, but they do. I appreciate them, but they piss me off and I have no idea why. Yeah, I'm re-waxing with some nice egg art. Don't forget to do stretches every now and then, everyone, especially if you're sitting with a posture like a vulture. Oh, man. I blink at you? Self-punishment. Freaking. I hope you survived through the heat wave. Sunscreen season, baby. Put on its face. Go! Turned out nice and smooth, none of the wax is falling off. Nice. I found out that there was that one time I put the wax on wrong, and a lot of the wax was falling off in the dye. There were still little bits of wax from the previous project falling around in there. I was able to salvage it by re-waxing the whole skeleton better, but it turns out I wasn't letting the wax get watery enough. I mean, like liquidy enough, like melted enough. But it's gotta be patient, and even though it's harder to control, just gotta work with the wax. That doesn't turn out too confusing. The last will strike. Don't forget to stay hydrated, y'all. Oh, no problem. Egg site? Yeah. No, I hope you have a lovely night. I hope you sleep good. And, get to stay the right temperature the whole night so you don't wake up in the middle of it and have to adjust something. Eggs? Groosh! Yeah, that one's good, actually. That one's... I don't think I've seen that one done as much as egg sighting. That's good. I still hate it. But may you have a good night. Don't forget to do your stretches and drink your waters. But not too much water or you'll wake up and have to pee. Okay. Gotta take a moment to cut that out. Yeah, really, right? Those freaking birds. I find out which one it is that keeps screaming, I'm gonna give it a stern talking to. About minding other people's sleep schedules. Yeah, there's still a little bit on the bottom where it didn't get dyed all the way. It's floating sideways. Ah. I'm gonna have to get more candles. That's what I should have got at the store the other day. I should have got more candles, oh my god. I guess the chickens go through enough. We steal all their eggs every day. Okay, let me just sort of... The heat from the candle is making it difficult. If I move the candle, what if I move away from the candle heat? That would be a smart thing to do. Make sure that bottom part gets nice and dumped. Okay, like, take this one out and work on it a bit because, oh no, did that come off? No, it's still there, okay. As long as I have the red out, I can, put the other egg in. Is it like a movie, just The Phantom? Because I think I've heard of something called just The Phantom, but I can't entirely remember what it was. I really like that to get, heck, a bit more dyed. Maybe if I just hold it under a little bit. I messed up and got some wax there. Heck. That's one of those art forms where you just kind of have to accept when things go wrong. Because they can't be fixed. Like, apparently there are ways to fix it in certain ways, but... Purple and a domino mask. It was like a character, a mask, it was like a mascot, right? Or like a superhero or something? This sounds very familiar. Okay, that got dyed, good. Oh, should have blown that out. Sort of. Heck. Okay. Plug in the laptop. Usually when I remember random stuff from the 90s, it's like, remember that one time, Heinz did, like, green and blue ketchup? Got some dye in there. Let's force the air out as the dye out. Oh, well, drying this off, I can put this in here. There we go. I just realized it's kind of a large egg and it's going to be hard to get that out. Great, okay. See if my laptop can handle having something open. It was acting weird earlier today. Yeah, that got kind of messy, but I'm hoping it'll turn out sort of okay. Might end up turning into a mess, but you know what? You experiment with a new craft and you learn. There. Does look familiar. Some accounts, the first costume superhero in comics, the Phantom was created by Lee Falk in 1936 for King Feature Syndicate and has been fighting evildoers on newspaper comic pages around the world ever since. Oh, it's a newspaper comic. Huh, we didn't have him in our part of the world, apparently. I do not remember that being in comics. In darkest Africa, in a sinister valley guarded by sinister blowgun-wielding pygmies, dwells the Phantom. Immortal, implacable, foe to all evildoers, pirates especially. Criminals everywhere speak in hushed whispers of the ghost who walks, the man who cannot die. Except that, well, he can and has repeatedly. The current Phantom is the 21st of the line, continuing a tradition begun 4 centuries ago, when his forefather washed up on a lowly African beach, the sole survivor of a pirate attack. His parent was killed by pirates, of course. Sorry. And was nursed back to health by the sinister pygmies, who are actually quite nice once you get to know them. He's just a normal man with no superpower save his skull ring, which forever leaves its imprint on anyone he punches. But as Batman also realized some years later, criminals are a superstitious, cowardly lot, and they're much easier to beat if they're already afraid of you before you even arrive. Developed during comics' bright and breezy golden age and written by a single author over 60 years. Christ, the Phantom is a bit of a living fossil. Representations of women and minorities had become more sophisticated, but it never really saw the appeal in becoming darker and more realistic, and we love it for that. Okay, I'm glad that they didn't try to edgify what's already kind of an edgy character. That's fun. Yeah, I think I might have seen references to that character in other places. Ooh, okay, so the red is taking well to this shell, although it looks like, no, yeah, it looks the same. Oh, that looks pretty with it half dyed like that. Okay, gotta like that. I'm probably also gonna have a problem with this one where it's, ish. Not completely dyed on the bottom, but I was able to get this one done, so. Got some more. Huh? Oh no! I lost a bit there. Okay, so I messed up that part. Gonna have to re-wax that. It's gonna turn out a little messed up. Ain't that just the way? Okay, I need that to dry off a little bit more. Looking kinda messy. We'll have to deal with it. Recycle some wax. I don't know why I'm trying to conserve wax. I have a huge brick of wax here. Okay, let that go. I'm gonna get up and do a sun salute so I can stretch all of my muscles at once. Yeah. So, oh, of course. That is definitely edgy. But also, I do like cyberpunk, and cyberpunk is inherently edgy, so that's fine. I like edgy when it's like the kind of genres I like, you know? Then there are other types of edgy, which are just boring. So yeah, I'm gonna get up and do a sun salute and stretch a bit while impatiently waiting for this to dry so I can fix that. Ostrich. Ostrich. Well, fighting robots with lasers is just a good time. That's just good cinematics. I'm gonna have a hard time seeing the little graphite skulls, but I should be able to do it okay. Okay, good, that died all around. I gotta get it like that. There we go. Okay. Make sure it's all dyed evenly. Oops. This one kind of looks like it's turning into more of like a brick red, while this is like more of a burgundy, but I don't know if it's gonna dry to be more bricky. Like this one has a bit of purple in it almost, it seems. Maybe it's because it's the underlying brown color of the egg. Since that's like the first dye I put on it, and this has orange under it. So yeah, I guess it would mix with the orange and become a more orangey red. Yeah, that makes sense. Whereas that's just red, the red dye by itself, which does have a bit of pink to it. That's interesting. I'm finding some weird stuff out about this dye, is like a sort of, I don't want that to shine right in the thing. Let me sort of move that. My ever shortening candle, which I need more matches for. Leave it to me to have really old matches that don't work. Okay, let me go get some off. Hey, little dog. Oh, it looks pretty, all shining up through there. Fix that, and then I gotta figure out what I want to do with the red. I think I wanted to make little flowers. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I always like how it's like, we need less violence in this children's media so they can fight humanoid robots just as long as they're not humans. They can still do exactly as much fighting as long as we make sure everyone knows they're robots. So it's like, as long as no blood is shown or nothing. Okay, I'm gonna do a different style of flower. One doesn't quite work. Cyborg is like half human though, so yeah, and cyborgs, but robots don't have feelings. People don't care about robots, even though we all collectively cried when the Mars rover sang a birthday song to itself while it was alone on Mars. Humans don't care about robots. That one isn't even humanoid. No flowers and asterisks, because I can't draw flowers that small. Oh wait, damn, I could have text. Already doing this. Oh my god, the ending made me like so sad. Like, no! No, giant cute robot. The movie's good. I should like watch it again. I haven't seen it in years. So I'm gonna wax it then. Yeah, that one part of the end always bothered me because I was like, because it seems like he reset and turned back into like a bad robot. So I'm always like, uh oh, what does that mean? What? And it's like Superman, and I'm like, and then yeah, he just flies into the thing. There was never a sequel, was there? Like, I love standalone movies, and I kind of get tired when they just try to make sequels over and over to cash in on, like, hey, this movie you liked, there's another one. So, like, maybe they were planning to have a sequel but didn't get to. My phone just died? My phone just died. Hold on. What time is it? Oh, it's 1. That's actually perfect timing because I usually end my stream at 1 anyway. I'm gonna keep working on this, but it's gonna take too long to charge my phone, and I can't really get a good view of what I'm doing with my webcam. Also, I'm a little insecure about my teeth right now, so I'm just gonna not do full page webcam. Full screen webcam. At the moment. My teeth are healing up well though, and my face stopped swelling, so that's good. Let me see if I can find someone to send y'all on to. Okay. Eternal is playing The Evil Within. G94 is playing Super Mario World. She usually does really complicated player levels. Crossing Streams is playing Knockout City. The Mortanius is doing 3D modeling art. Dama is playing Subnautica Below Zero, and may go raid Dama. I kind of want to check that game out. Shrimpton is playing Darkest Dungeon. Gold-Plated is playing Carrier. Gaboobly is playing Resident Evil 2. Palette Box is playing Biomutant. Yeeth is playing Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. Does anyone have a preference for where I'd send you? Hello, Hans. I'm about to go raid someone else. Do you have any preference for where I go? I was thinking of Dama or Jeed. Oh, my phone died, which I was using as a webcam. And it's about time for me to sign off anyway. So, I'm gonna stop burning that candle down. Yeah, I was working on one of my Pysanka eggs to see. It's a bit of a mess. I don't know if it's gonna turn out good at all, but you know what? Wait, is Dama gonna sign off? You know what, let's go raid Jeed. Because I know that she's gonna be on for a while. Jeed 94, right? Ah. Yeah, Jeed 94. Get back here. Ah. Heck. Gabe was on here earlier, and he was also at it with the egg puns. I don't know what I expect being around all you punny people. Okay, I think she's like just about to start, so like, yeah, she has her stream starting soon thing up, and she's, I think, gonna be playing custom Mario levels like usual, so let's go. Yoke. Fucking... We gotta